Let's talk about Arsenal versus Chelsea League Cup semi-final. 0-0 finish, but the big talking point was VAR or VAR. VAR.
I mean, that's the biggest talking point for me. The absolute horror show from the stands, fans singing for the VAR. If I ever needed more reason to hate Arsenal, that's it.
So there was a couple of incidents where it was used.
Yeah.
One being a penalty shout at the end, and the game had carried on for 2 minutes. And then they got to a corner, so they didn't stop the flow of the game, but they then did kind of stop the flow of the game because it then took 2 minutes to get an answer on a penalty decision that had happened 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
During that time, Arsenal fans were shouting VAR, VAR.
Right.
Why? There's been a massive reaction to that in our office.
And on the internet.
And on the internet as well. Why is that so horrific?
God.
The chanting.
Why is it? I don't know. It's like what makes you recoil. You can't. It's an inbuilt reversion, isn't it? What makes you feel sick? Where the phobias come from? It's just a part of. It's a part of what is. You know. It's something you might expect to hear in an American football stadium, and because of that and the style of American chants, it doesn't lend well to the chants in Britain. It always doesn't sound quite right. And this isn't a slight on American fans at all. It's just. It's the vernacular of the people. It's just they're used to a different type of sport and a different type of atmosphere. So that
sort of jars in your.
It's jarring, and it's like I don't know. I can't describe it, but it doesn't. It makes me feel a bit embarrassed.
I can understand the cringe factor of being on the other side of it. You know, looking at it and sort of seeing that and hearing it. One thing I would say is it's quite a natural. I can understand how they got there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like
it's in that world, right? What do we say? I think it's an obvious chance.
It's why are some chants really cringeworthy and other ones aren't? It just fits into the cringeworthy chants. And not all chants at football are good. A lot of them are very bad. So you know, I don't know. It just fits in with that. You know, I'd be embarrassed if it was Spurs fans.
Yeah. Crystal Palace Brighton, that was trialled on Monday. They did VAR in that game, and it was generally that there wasn't much incident in that game, and it was quite a good trial for them.
Yeah.
But this game, this Arsenal-Chelsea game, maybe there's a bit more spotlight on it, and maybe that then makes there more pressure on the referee's decisions.
Yeah.
But there seemed to be a lot more instances with the referee going to it, because what I found interesting was I read this. So it only took 40 minutes of Serie A's opening game of VAR technology to be used for the first time when it was introduced at the start of the season in Italy. But since then, it has settled down and is now generally used about once in 3 or 4 matches,
right? According
to former referee David Ellery.
Yeah. Which
kind of ruins all the good stuff that was written before that, because David Ellery's a bit weird. But I wonder if... So there's that one side of it, is that it's not going to affect football that much, considering from what's being said there, right? But then the other interesting stat I saw was that a German magazine, Kicker, it said that 47% of players wanted to abolish VAR in the Bundesliga.
In the Bundesliga?
Yeah, so the players don't really enjoy it.
Right. I don't really care about whether the players enjoy it or not.
Are you for it?
No. I'm not, because I'm not bothered if all the decisions are right or wrong. What I want is drama and excitement, and I go to a game. So let's go back to just what you were saying before, the Chelsea and Arsenal one, where there was a penalty claim, and you know it could have gone either way, but I didn't think it was a penalty for what it's worth. But the game went on for 2 minutes. Arsenal could have scored in that point. Do you then, Arsenal score, there's the break and play, do you then go back and say, oh, that's a penalty, and give Arsenal or Chelsea a penalty, whatever way it was? So there's an issue with that. The other issue is this is another sort of jink in the armour of the matchday going fan, because in the ground, no one knew what was going on.
Yeah.
They were just watching this thing. They didn't know what it was about. It's great for fans at home. There's drama there, because you can watch it and you can see it and you think, all right, I understand what's happening here. But for the fans in the stadium, they're sitting there going, well, what's going on? And that detracts from your ability and there's like waves of atmosphere in games when things are building up and you're getting involved, and then suddenly there's this break in play, and you're like, well, it deflates again. I don't think it's helpful to the emotion and the enjoyment of the game. It'll be better if actually, more decisions will be correctly got, and as it turned out, got all of the decisions right. I think, apart from one penalty anyway. Apart from the,
I'm kind of for it, if I'm honest.
Right.
Because I think the intention of it is correct.
Yeah.
They want it to be fairer. They want there to be more. I like more fairness in sport. I'm all for. The problem is, and I've got a mate who was at the game yesterday. Craig was at the game yesterday, and I'll speak on behalf of him. Who's saying that there was that kind of just huge confusion once a decision to go to VAR was made, and everyone was just sitting around, and you lose that momentum of the atmosphere of the game.
Yeah.
But they kind of so to combat that, the next stage is to allow fans to be brought into to understand what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, you could put the screens up. You could say like.
But then that leads to the next layer of problems, which is that in football you see constantly one person thinks one thing, one person thinks the other thing.
So are you for it?
I am. I'm for it, but I wonder, and I don't know the answer to this, if it can be put into football in a way that's going to really work, because you have that problem of having with rugby or with cricket. There's much more clarity in the decisions, and so showing it on that's true. And so showing it on a big screen is okay because there's transparency and there's less opportunity for confusion or dispute on a decision.
Yeah.
Football is so fast paced.
Yeah.
There's so many different levels, and I don't think it's that clear. And so by putting it on the screen, it's going to create a new level of theatre, I guess, which people can like or dislike, which might be good, but you're still going to probably have, despite seeing it on a screen 3 times, you're still going to have this
subjective,
outrage.
isn't it?
Of one team going no it's not, and the other team saying yes,
and both the penalty claims, both Arsenal's penalty claims in that game were debatable. I was in the pub with a mate, and he thought that Maitland-Niles bum was a penalty. I thought it was a penalty, and he thought it wasn't. So and that was we watched the replay about 5 times.
Could that element of theatre be enjoyed? Could that be like the game always evolves?
Yeah,
that was one thing I was thinking. I remember someone saying to me, "Your kids will never read a newspaper or drive a car, because the way that the world's moving forward, there's going to be driverless cars, and newspapers aren't not going to buy a newspaper anymore. No, it's just the world that."
Progress.
It's like when you talk to your dad and you go, in my day, that you had to get up and change the telly or whatever it is. Yeah. For us, I think our kids we'll say to them, in my day, referee had to make the decision on the spot.
Yeah.
It's going to be, that is just the next stage of football.
Yeah.
And I think we're always hesitant towards it, but it's coming.
Yeah, no,
it's there. It's here.
Yeah, it's here. Yeah. I mean, it's a trial, but it's going to happen. I am like that. Like, I do react badly to change of something that I enjoy. I think we'll stop interfering. The only rule changes I think that really benefited the game and the drama and added drama was the pass back rule.
Yeah. And
changing from 2 points to 3 points was a good move. But other than that, like is the guy interfering with play? The video action replay, or whatever it's called. I don't think it adds to the enjoyment of watching football. And that's the most important thing. I suppose it's an entertainment essentially, and while it's more factual and essentially factually correct, and you'll get the right winner in the end, who's most deserving of it. That doesn't make the game more enjoyable for me, and that's why I'm opposed to it. So,
that's a cracking question. Let us know in the comments. Do you see VAR leading to a more enjoyable experience as a football fan?
Download the app and join today.